what does strategy look like to you for your practice? How do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I love that. So, first and foremost, I meet with my team monthly. We just do check ins because every therapist is at a different location. And even I'm treating, so I'm in multiple locations as well. So, we're just meeting problem solving where we are currently. How can we excel where we are currently? What do we already have going that we can optimize? Or that we need to remove because it's now a barrier. We are all problem solving. We are all in on this, and it's all a solution based culture because problems do come up, but it is never the end of the road, right?
Right, right.
So that is the first step. And then I meet with each individual team member. Now, granted, to be honest, we only have 4 people on our team, but I meet with them quarterly and individually establish goals, how they're doing, where things are going, investing in that way. Then for growth, I think you can kind of figure it out. I'm big on relationships, right? So once I'm finding a consistent problem within the therapy model, like how things have always been done, I find errors in it. It's just something that I like to
Yeah.
do. And in that, I'm finding a solution. So, just to give you an example, I'm big on relationships. So, once I started this business, the first thing I did was reach out to anyone and everyone I could, say, "Hey, I'm here. Can I come meet with you?" And it was not income based. It was the goal of meeting people was to build that relationship point blank, nothing
And this,
further.
you mean in the context of like, hey, I'm starting this practice and I want to meet you? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like, I just wanna
Yeah,
meet you, let's talk about what I can offer, things of that nature.
love
And I
it.
think how I see scalability is in phases. Is this scalability for awareness? Is it for capital? Or is
Yep,
it for culture?
yep,
It has to fit into one of those categories for me in order to, because all 3 of those will build your business, right?
yep, yep,
So
yep,
it has to fit within one of those 3. And so once you are properly categorizing them, your purpose of the initiation or the interaction, then you know what to expect back from it. Then if your expectations are met or are not met, you know how to move forward. Does that make
yep.
sense?
Yeah, yeah. I'm tracking with you.
That was a long way of going around it.
I I think most people don't realize how much value there is in just listening to business owners think it out loud because it gives you more insight into how a business owner thinks, I would argue, is more important than what they do or what they've done. And I
I
think that's
agree.
like the biggest lesson I, I think. So anyway, there's no right or wrong here. I love hearing this stuff. The way you talk about your team, it sounds like monthly check-ins, quarterly sort of deeper meetings with them, and it all sort of aligns with like sort of maybe larger themes and directions you're trying to take the business and all that. When you think about like recruiting and stuff like that, where how do you think about that? Are these people that you like? I'm going to make a bad joke here. It's probably unlikely that you just post on Indeed.com and then the right therapist shows up, and maybe that's what you do. But I suspect, given your emphasis on relationship, that's not
Yeah.
how you do it. So how do you think about that? How do you especially when you think about your first hire or two?
Oh my
How,
gosh,
how
you're
did you?
hilarious. Because I totally posted on Indeed like several times, and that is how we
I did
found.
not know that. So I did not set that
Yes.
up knowing that you were going to say that, by the way. Okay. So I got to like eat my shoe here. Okay.
No,
So,
you're great.
all right. So you posted on Indeed. That's great. Now we know
Yes.
that PTs and OTs and SLPs are on Indeed. This is great.
Yes, I will say they are on Indeed. You can post on there. That is how I found one of our therapists, and she is wonderful. Her name is Sarah. She is one of the best people I've ever met, personally and as a therapist. So I can't slam Indeed because they brought me her. So I'm grateful.
That's great. Great.
I am grateful.
I'm gonna hear about this, by the way, later, I'm sure. So
Oh, I love that. So I got Indeed. And then also, we have another therapist. Her name is Leah. And we got her because of a friend of a friend. And they said, "Hey, she's looking for like a side gig. You should check her out." And we did. And it was great. And we also got we got another therapist. Her name is Hannah from Indeed. And she's wonderful too.
man,
So
your batting average on Indeed's
I
great. All right.
know.
That's
I
great.
know.
Yeah, lesson learned. Do not throw the job board under the bus, Paul.
Yeah, it's
That's
real. I
great.
mean, they are both great. Leah is great. I will say though, going forward, because I know I love these 3 and I love how they work, I love how they function. Going forward, I will network through them. I will say, who do you know that
Mhm.
you want to bring on the team? One thing I have learned as a business owner is I don't want to bring people on that I know. personally, because that divide or like that, like,
You learned that lesson one time, you never do it
oh,
again.
one time, you'll never do it again. Never,
Yeah.
never, never. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So that is one thing I will say. Indeed was great. I won't hire people I know.
There you go. Yeah, the lesson there is use Indeed. It's way better than people you know.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Actually, it's probably way less worse than the people you know, which is
I
probably the
know
better
that's
way to
right.
put it. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. When you think about the industry, like now you're a couple years into it, you've owned the business, you're growing it, you're running it, all that. So at the beginning, you talked about your startup story, and you talked about failing the boards, and then like being the perfect employee, and then husband and dad says you got to do this, right? And then one day you wake up, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this, right? All right. Now let's fast forward. You're a couple years past that. You're sort of like the seasoned pro. You're figuring it out, you're self-aware, all that
Yeah.
stuff. What surprised you? Anything like what's changed in your view? It's genuinely a broad question. I'm curious what, like, if something comes to mind there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I would say when I started out, my goal was I just want to help everybody, right? I want to save everyone. I want to be the therapist that comes in and saves the world, right? I have quickly learned and been knocked on my butt and quickly learned that you cannot help everyone. You can help who you can help, and not everyone wants your help, and it's okay. So learning when to understand that no is a full sentence, they are telling you no, they don't want to, you don't need to push, you don't need to change their mind. No is enough. And it's a direction changer, it's not an end road. So I think that is what I have learned, is that no is a full sentence in business as well.
If you'd like to learn more about Strata PT and see how our EMR and RCM works, head over to stratapt.com to book a demo.